Parvati Pate Hara 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 Mahadev. Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Guru Ananda Guru Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Guru Om Mukhananda Sadguru Om Guru Ananda Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Sadguru Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Nityananda Sadguru Nityananda Sadguru Nityananda Sadguru Nityananda Sadguru Om Guru हर महादेव। नमः स्वनन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादा शिशिरारुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटि युगधारिणे नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय गुरवे सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये निष्प्रपञ्चाय शान्ताय निरालम्बाय तेजसे नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे शिष्यसंसारहारिणे भक्तकरेकदेहाय नमस्ते चित्तदात्मने। ॐ सहना भवतु सहना भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो गुरुभ्यः गुरुपादुकाभ्यो नमः परेभ्यः परपादुकाभ्यः आचार्यसिद्धेश्वरपादुकाभ्यो नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। ह्रीङ्कार ह्रीङ्कार रहस्ययुक्त ह्रीङ्कार गूढार तमः विभूत्य ओंकार मर्म प्रतिपादिनीभ्यः नमो नमस्ते गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। उत्रा निहौत्रा निहवेश्यहोत्रो होमादि सर्व कृतिभासुमन ब्रह्म तद्भो भवितारिणीभ्यः नमो नमस्ते गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। कामादि सर्व व्रजगारुडाभ्यः विवेक वैराग्य निधि प्रदाभ्यः बुधा प्रदाभ्यः धृतमौषधाभ्यः नमो नमस्ते गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। अनंत संसार समुद्रतारा नौकायिताभ्यः स्थिरभक्तिदाभ्यः जड्यभिसंशो शनवारवाभ्यः नमो नमस्ते गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ अस्य श्री गुरुगीता स्तोत्रमन्त्रस्य भगवान् सदा शिवर्षिः नानाविधानि छन्दांसि श्री गुरु परमात्मा देवता हम बीजं सह शक्तिक्रम कीलकम श्री गुरु प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः। हंसाभ्यां परिवेष्टपात्रकमले दिव्यजगत्कारणे विश्वोत्कीर्णमनेकदेहनिलये स्वाच्छन्दम् आत्मेच्छया तद्योतं पदशाम्भवं तु चरणं दीपान्कुराग्राहिणं प्रत्याक्षाक्षरविग्रहं गुरुपदं ध्यायेद्भिगुं शाश्वतं मम चतुर्विधा पुरुषार्थसिद्ध्यर्थे जपे वियोगः। सुत उवाच कैलासशिखरे रम्ये भक्तिसन्धाननायकं प्रणम्य पार्वती भक्त्या शङ्करं पर्यपृच्छता। त्रिदेवी उवाच ॐ नमो देवदेवेश परात्परा जगद्गुरो सदाशिवा महादेवा गुरुदीक्षां देहि मे। केन मार्गेण भो स्वामी देहि ब्रह्मामयो भवे। त्वं कृपां कुरु मे स्वामी नमामि चरणौ तव। ईश्वर उवाच ममारूपासि देवी त्वं त्वत्प्रीत्यर्थं वदाम्यहं। लौकोपकारकप्रश्न न केनापि कृता पुरा। दुर्लभं त्रिषु लोकेषु तच्छृणुष्व वदाम्यहं। गुरुं विना ब्राह्मणान्यत् सत्यं सत्यं परान्मे। वेदशास्त्रपुराणानि इतिहासादिकानि च मन्त्रयन्त्रादिवेद्याश्च स्मृतिरुच्चाटनादिकं। शैवशाक्तागमादीनि अन्यानि विविधानि च ब्रह्मचर्याणीह जीवनानि। यज्ञव्रतं तपोदानं जपस्थिरतं तथैव च गुरुतत्त्वम् अविज्ञाया मूढस्ते। गुरुर्भूयात्मनो नान्यत् सत्यं सत्यं न संशयः। तलाभर्थं प्रयत्नस्तु मनीषिभिः। गूढविद्या जगन्माया देहेच्छाज्ञानसम्भवा। उदय प्रकाशेन गुरुशब्दे। गुरुमूर्तिं स्मरे नित्यं गुरुनाम सदा जपे। गुरुराज्ञां कुर्वीता गुरुरन्यं भावये। अनन्या चिन्तयन्तौ मां सुलभं परमं पदं। तस्मात् सर्वा गुरु आराधनं कुरु। गुकारस्त्वन्धकारश्च ऋकारस्तेज उच्यते। अज्ञानग्रासकं ब्रह्म गुरुरेव न संशयः। गुकार प्रथमो वर्ण मायादिगुणभासकः। गुकारो द्वितीयो ब्रह्म माया भ्रांति। गुरुर्ब्रह्म गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुरेव पराब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। हेतवे जगतामेव संसारानवसेतवे। प्रभवे सर्वविद्यानां शम्भवे। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया उन्मीलितं येन यत्सत्येन जगत्सत्यं यत्प्रकाशेन भाति तत् यदानन्दे नन्दन्ते। यस्य स्थित्या सत्यमेदं यद्भाति भानुरूपतः। प्रियं पुत्रा यत्प्रीत्या येन चेतायते इदं चित्तं चेतायते लयं। जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि तस्मै श्री यस्य ज्ञानादिदं विश्वं न दृश्यं भेन भेरतः सदैकरूपाय यस्यामतं तस्य मतं यस्यान भेरसः अनन्या भावाय यस्य कारणरूपस्य कार्यरूपेण भाति यत् कार्यकारणरूपाय नानारूपमिदं सर्वं न केनाप्यस्ति भेदः गुकारं च गुणातीतं ऋकारं रूपवर्जितं गुणातीतं योरर्यात्सा गुरुस्मृतः अत्र नेत्रः सर्वसाक्षी अच्चतुर्बाहुरच्युतः अच्चतुर् श्रीगुरु अयं मयञ्जलिर्बद्धः दयासागरहृदये यत् अनुग्रहतो जन्तुष्टरमूर्तिभाति गुरो परमं रूपं विवेकाचक्षुषोमृतं मन्दभाग्या पश्यन्ते अन्धाः अभ्यैतैः सकलैः सुदीर्घमनिलैः व्यार्हि प्रदय दुष्करे प्राणायामशतेरनेककरणे आत्मकेर्जुतये स्वदेशिकशैव शरीरचिन्तनं भवेदन्तस्य शिवस्य चिन्तनं कीर्तनं शिवस्य कीर्तनं यस्मादनुग्रहं लब्ध्वा महदाज्ञानमुत्सृजे केन्द्राय तस्यै अकाधारित्रेखाब्जे सहस्रजालं मण्डले त्रिकोणेच्छ सकलभुवनसृष्टे कल्पिता शेषपुष्टिर्निखिलनिगमदृष्टे सम्पदां जगदृष्टे तत्पदकैकदृष्टिर्भवगुण मोक्षमार्गैकदृष्टेः सकलभुवनरङ्ग स्थापनस्तम्भयष्ठे सकारुणारतावृष्टिर्तत्त्वमाला समष्टे सकलसमायुदृष्टे ददृष्टिर् श्रीगुरुदेवदृष्टे अग्निशुद्ध समं तात ज्वालापरिचकाधिया हरिनिशं तदे जते तनय जते तदूरे तत्समीपके तदंतर यमोहयुतः अजोहम अजरोहम च अनादिनिधना स्वयं अविकार अपूर्वनां परं नित्यं स्वयं ज्योतिर्निरामयम् ध्रुवम् आनन्दमव्ययम् मननं यद्भवं कार्यं तद्वदामि महामते साधुत्वं त्वयि तिष्ठति साम्प्रतम् अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं दर्शितं येन यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण ज्ञानम् उत्पद्यते स्वयं चैतन्यं शाश्वतं शान्तं व्योमातीतं निरञ्जनम् स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव तथा चैव चराचरम् जगत्सर्वं ज्ञानशक्ति समारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः अनेकजन्म सम्प्राप्त सर्वकर्म विदाहिने न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरो श्रीजगद्गुरोः ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ते पूजमूलं गुरुपदम् ध्यानं त्रिनो महादेवी सर्वानन्दप्रदायकम् भुक्तिमुक्ते श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरुं स्मरामि श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरुं वदामि ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं नित्यं शुद्धं निराभासं निराकारं निरञ्जनं चिदानन्दम् आनन्दमानन्दकरं प्रसन्नं ज्ञानस्वरूपं निजबोधयुक्तं यस्मिन् दृष्टे स्थिते ध्वंसा निग्रहानुग्रहात्मकम् गुरुदर्शितमार्गेण मनःशुद्धिं तु कारये यत्किञ्चिदात्मगोचरम् ज्ञेयं सर्वस्वरूपं च ज्ञानं च मनो उच्यते हुङ्कारेण न वक्तव्यं प्रज्ञशिष्यैककञ्चन गुरुरग्रे न वक्तव्यम् असत्यं च कदाचन मुन्निभिः पनगैवापि सुरैवा शापितो यदि कालमृत्यु गुरुरक्षति पार्वती मन्त्रराजमिदं देवी गुरुरित्यक्षराद्वयं स्मृतिवेदार्थवाक्येन नित्यं ब्रह्म निराकारं निर्गुणं बोधयेत् परम् निराभासं दीपो दीपान्तरं यथा गुरुकृपाप्रसादेन आत्मरामं निरीक्षये अन्येन गुरुं मार्गेण स्वात्मज्ञानं प्रवर्तते आब्रह्मस्तम्भपर्यन्तं परमात्मस्वरूपकम् प्रणमामि जगन्मयं वन्देऽहं सच्चिदानन्दं भेदातीतं सदा गुरुं निराकारं निर्गुणं स्वात्मसंस्थितं परात् परात्परं ध्येयं नित्यम् आनन्दकारकं हृदयाकाशं मध्यस्थं सन्निभं स्फटिकप्रतिमरूपं दृश्यते दर्पणे यथा तथात्मनि चिदाकारम् अंगुष्ठं मात्रपुरुषं ध्यायतश्चिन्मयं हृदि तत्र स्फुरद्भावो यः कथयाम्यहम् अगोचरं तथा गम्यं नामरूपविवर्जितम् स्वभावं मम पार्वती यथा गन्धः स्वभावेन कर्पूरकुसुमारिषु स्वयं तथा विदो भूत्वा स्थातव्यं यत्र कुत्रचित् तादृशं गुरुध्यानं तथा कृत्वा स्वयं ब्रह्ममयो भवेत् इन्दे पदे मुक्तो सौ नात्र संशयः त्रि पार्वती उवाच पिण्डं किं तु महादेव पदं किं समुदाहृतम् रूपातीतम् एतदाख्य हि शङ्कर त्रि महादेव उवाच पिण्डं कुण्डलिनी शक्ति पदं समुदाहृतम् वृत्ते ज्ञेया रूपातीतम् पिण्डे मुक्ता पदे मुक्ता रूपे मुक्ता वरानने स्वयं सर्वमयो भूत्वा परं तत्त्वं विलोकये सर्वम् एतन्निरालयं लब्धं वा धनलब्धं वा स्वल्पं वा बहुलं तथा सदा सन्तुष्टसे सर्वज्ञ परमित्याहुः देहि सर्वमयो बुद्धः रमते यत्र कुत्रचित् यत्रैव तिष्ठते सोऽपि सदेश पुण्यभाजनं लक्षणं देवी अन्येन यद् भवेत् कार्यं तद्वदामि महामते लोकोपकारकं देवी लौकिकात् कर्मणो यान्ति ज्ञानहीनभवर्णवं ज्ञानिषु कर्म निष्कर्म यत् कृतम् इदं तु भक्तिभावेन वर्तते त्रिनुते यदि गुरुगीतात्मकं देवी शुद्धतत्त्वं मयोदितम् गुरुगीता शरैकं तु मन्त्रराजमिमं जपे ये च विविधा मन्त्रः अनन्तफलमाप्नोति गुरुगीता जपेन तु कालमृत्युभयहरं सर्वसङ्कटनाशनम् महाव्याधि हरं सर्वं विभूति सिद्धिदं भवेत्। मोहनं सर्वभूतानां बन्धमोक्षकरं भवेत्। असिद्धं साधयेत् कार्यं नवग्रहभयापहम्। सर्वबाधा प्रशमनं धर्मतः काममोक्षदम्। तं तं प्राप्नोति निश्चितम्। कामितस्य कामधेनुः कल्पना कल्पपारपः। मोक्षहेतुर्जपे नित्यं मोक्षत्रयमवाप्नुयाः। अथ काम्ये जपे स्थानं खतायामि वरानने। तपाहरे हरालये शक्तिदेवालये गोष्ठे सर्वदेवालये शुभे। पवित्रे निर्मले स्थाने नित्यानुष्ठानतोऽपि वा। संसारमलनाशार्थं भवपाशनवृत्तये। स एव च गुरुः साक्षात् सदा सद्ब्रह्मवित्तमः। सर्वशुद्धपवित्रौ सा स्वभावर्यत्र तिष्ठति। समुद्रे च यथा तोयं क्षीरक्षीरं घृते घृतम्। तथैव ज्ञानी जीवात्मा परमात्मनि लीयते। एवं विदो महामुक्तः सर्वदा वर्तते बुद्धः। सर्वसन्देहरहितो मुक्तो भवति पार्वती। अन्येन प्राणिनः सर्वे गुरुगीता जपेन तु। सत्यं सत्यं पुनः सत्यं धर्म्यं सांख्यमयोदितम्। माता धन्य पिता धन्यो धन्यो वंशकुलं तथा। जपेन जयमाप्नोति चानन्तं फलमाप्नुयात्। जपं हीनसनं कुर्वन् हीनकर्मा फलप्रदम्। जपं जयमवाप्नोति मरणे मुक्तिदायकम्। अतीव पाग्वचित्ताय श्रद्धा भक्तियुताय च। संसार सागर समुद्धरणैकं मंत्रं ब्रह्माणि देव मुने पूजित सिद्ध मंत्रम्। ते श्रीस्कंदा पुराणे उत्तरखंडे ईश्वर पार्वती संवादे गुरु गीता समाप्ता श्री गुरुदेव चरणार्पणमस्तु। दुर्जन सजन भूया सजना शान्तिमप्नुयात्। मुक्ताचार्यान् विमोचयेत्। स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्याय्येन मार्गेण न महीमहिषः। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी स्यास्य शालिनी। शोभरहिता ब्रह्मणा सन्तु निर्भया। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः। सर्वस्तरतु दुर्गानि सर्वभद्राणि पश्यतु। सर्वत्र नन्दतु। स्वस्ति मातृता पितॄनमस्तु। स्वस्ति गोभ्यः जगते विश्वं सुभूतं सुविरात्रं नमस्तु। जोगेव दृश्येमसूर्यम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। आरती करूं सद्गुरु की करूं सद्गुरु की प्यारे गुरु पर की आरती करूं गुरु पर की। गुरु की करूं सद्गुरु की प्यारे गुरु पर की आरती। जय गुरुदेव अमला विनाशी ज्ञान रूप अंतर के वासी। पग पग पर देते प्रकाश जैसे किरण दिन कर की आरती करूं गुरु बर की। सद्गुरु की प्यारे गुरु बर की आरती। जब से शरण तुम्हारे आए अमृत से मीठे फल पाए। जब से शरण तुम्हारे क्या है छाया, कल्प वृक्ष तरुबर की आरती करूं गुरुवर की। गुरु की करूं सद्गुरु की प्यारे गुरुवर की। ब्रह्म ज्ञान के पूरन प्रकाश के, योग ज्ञान के अतल प्रवर्तक, जाया गुरु चरण सरोज में तादे, व्यथा मारे उर की आरती करूं गुरु पर की। आरती करूं सद्गुरु की, करूं सद्गुरु की प्यारे गुरुवर की आरती। अंधकार से हमें निकाला, दिखलाया है अमर उजाला। कब से जाने छान रहे थे, थक सुनो दर दर की आरती करूं गुरु पर के। गुरु की करूं गुरु की प्यारे गुरु। संशयमिता विवेक कराया, भवसागर से पार लगाया। भवसागर से अमर प्रदीप जला कर कर दे, निशा दूर इस तन की आरती करूं गुरु पर के। आरती करूं गुरु की, करूं गुरु की प्यारे गुरु पर की। बेदा बीच अभेद बताया, गमन विमुक्त कराया। धन्य हुए हम पाकर धारा, ब्रह्म ज्ञान निर्झर की आरती करूं गुरु पर के। करो कृपा सद्गुरु जगतारण, सत्यपथ दर्शक भ्रांति निवारण। जय हो नित्य ज्योति दिखलाने वाले लीला धर की आरती करूं गुरु पर के। गुरुवर की नित्यानंद सद्गुरुदाता, शक्तिपात के दिव्य प्रदाता। करके वास गणेश पुरे भव बाधा हरले, जन की आरती करूं गुरु पर के। आरती करूं सद्गुरु की करूं, सद्गुरु की प्यारे गुरु वर की आरती करूं गुरु वर की। ओम चैतन्यम शाश्वतं शांतं व्योमातीतं निरंजनम नाद बिंदु कलातीतं तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। Hare Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hare Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Nath Narayana Krishna Govinda Hare Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shanti, Shanti. We begin our meditation today on day 38 of our 40-day retreat. Let's center in our energy being, our pranic body. The center of the mental operation, emotional operation, the center of will, and the center of pranas. Let's focus on that body within us. Let's perceive it as a greater reality than our physical existence, which is temporary or mortal. When you center in the mental field, feeling that sea of mental energy, you're in your subtle body. When you center in the heart, in that field of emotional energy, you're in your subtle body. When you center in the gut and can feel this vitality that buzzes through the body, you're in your subtle body. When you feel chakras within you, you're in your subtle body. When you feel the movement of kundalini through your being, you're in the subtle body. Know your subtle body, center in it. And learn to regulate the pranas there. The prana of the mind, the prana of the emotional being, the prana of the breath. The prana that's behind all body functions. Prana, apana, samana, vyana, and udana. Become aware and familiar of these pranas that operate in your subtle body. Your subtle body is your immortal existence. Now center in that witness consciousness that allows you to see everything from a place of silence. So even though there is the dynamics of movement of the breath, heartbeat, neurons firing, even though there is activity within the body and activity in the emotional field as waves of energy from your intentions and thoughts, center in that witnessing. That is at the center of beingness. Energy will move, but ultimately it will come back to stillness. So what is required is transcendence from the movements, from the dynamic nature of being. Transcendence is required. The Bhagavad Gita says that one who sees action in inaction and inaction in action is a master among humankind. So there is stillness within you. And there is the dynamics of mental, emotional, breath, prana operation. So center in the stillness as you observe and flow with the dynamic activities within your being. The breath is going to move. Stay in the awareness of its prana apana. And let your base field be a loving field, a harmonious field. No emotional conflict. Come into a loving emotional field. And let your mind give it expansivity. Let your mental field expand to be open and in awareness of your existence beyond the body, your collective existence. Your non-local awareness, your omnipresence. You have the ability to experience omnipresence. Now begin to observe the movement of prana and observe when centering in chakras, what can happen. If you were to center in the brow chakra, with medulla awareness and Ida Pingala, left and right nostrils, awareness, it can be an amazing experience. You can center in the throat and you can feel the stillness of listening and the power of observing in the silence. You can center in the heart and feel the unburdening of the heart space. And you can become a vessel of divine love that flows in and through you. You can focus on the gut and become more aware of the vital currents that run the body, that can manage the body's functions. You can center in the sacral power and be nourished from it. You can center in the root and ground yourself in the physicality of the body, its gross nature. These chakras are centers of consciousness from where you can regulate pranas. Now Kundalini is already your guide. She has started your journey and she's within you. She's the guru within you. She's in me, guiding you. And she's guiding you through me to you, who are her. Open up your awareness to unity consciousness, that we exist in each other, And we are one in the inner space with Kundalini. Now stay with the breathing. Stay with the balance. Stay with the sattva, the harmony, the balance. Stay with the pranas. Stay with the stillness. And go to where she calls you. Go to where you feel strength. I'm already feeling your amazing field. You're creating an amazing field. This is day 38. And you're co-creating an amazing field. Let's continue to unite in that field. At the deepest level, we are all one. We are all one. The many is an illusion of perception. The deep experience of oneness, come back to that. In love we are one, in peace we are one. In the experience of pranas we are one. We are one. Now let's go into the silence. Stay with me. I'm with you. Let's give attention to the body and its grossness while staying in that beautiful state of witnessing the energy space. You are an immortal being, an energy being. Stay in that awareness. Your I-ness is because of energy. The power that you feel is because of energy. We used to will to generate energy in the consciousness space. The desire, the will, the intention. So flow with the intention to come back to the body awareness, to the gross awareness of the body. And slowly increase the breath that you may energize the gross senses and that you may give energy to the brain whilst bringing oxygen to it. Breathe in harmony with the body's intelligence. If you move the abdominal area, hold the belly firm, abdominal muscles firm. Keep a strong spinal column as you breathe. And full lung breathing. Open up the lungs to breathe. Understand the potency of the breath to oxygenate the body and to bring more prana to the vital body that drives the physical. The physical body needs the breathing. And it needs correct breathing, the breathing that can energize it. And the vital body, the pranamaya kosha, needs the breath as well to operate the Ida Pingala currents of heating and cooling. And we hold the breath in the belly or the chest or the throat area with the brow to energize nerve plexuses. And now you should be more alive or awake in the body. And here we do the Om sound. The Om sound is a vibration. Auma, Aum. 3 syllables. And the energy of the voice comes from the root chakra, then to the sacral and gut, then to the heart, and then out through the throat. Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, and Vaikari are the levels, energetic levels of sound. And sound is referred to as Vak, the speech. So breathing out through the nose and in through the nose masterfully. And now let's do our centering prayer so that we can affirm our intention for the day. I center my consciousness, my ego, self in the source of my being, the God within me, the infinite self within me. I stay centered there, in that source of infinite peace, love, goodness, wisdom, and vitality. I stay centered there. That may every thought in this day, may every word, may every action be a source of light to my world and a blessing. I give thanks for all the blessings I've received from my gracious universe. And I pray to stay aligned to its divine will, to its evolutionary drive. Om Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. Namaskar, everyone. A joy to see all of you on day 38. Today I want to speak about the dynamics of mergence. The merging of the ego in the infinite self. As I would have spoken to you in the meditation, that there's a center of stillness within you, from where you can witness the whole drama of energy existence. The pranas that move, the body functions that are active. You can witness everything from a place of inaction. So he who sees action, which is all of these pranic movements, pranas must move within you to keep the body alive. He who sees action, or she who sees, or one who sees, action in inaction. So all of this action is happening from a center of inaction. One who sees that, and one who sees inaction, the center of being, in the action, is wise, buddhiman. The Bhagavad Gita refers to it in the human experience, among humankind. And such a person, it says, even though engaged in action, they remain a master of the action, untouched. So there is a center of consciousness within you that is totally inactive in the play. It's a witness, sakshi. That's why when we describe the Guru, the true Guru, we say, Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam, the one who is the witness of the whole mental operation. Sakshi. So on this journey, that universal consciousness, through its divine energy or Shakti, Kundalini Shakti, has created this ego awareness within us. And you know, when you have a game of Monopoly or Snakes and Ladders, you need to have a little button that represents you. And you have a dice that puts you into different steps along the way. And if you have several players, you need different color buttons maybe to move along the game. And in this game of life, we are all given an ego, like that button, that represents us in the play, that identify us in the play. In every lifetime, we have a different physical form. So we look a little different. The color of the button is a little different. And we need to identify the players. So we have personas or archetypes in the play. Every ego in the play is colorful. It's unique. And it's a player in this energy game. And in the yoga teachings, it is clearly said that the ahankara, or the ego, is an antakarana. It's not the self. It's not the infinite reality. It's a player. It's an instrument. It's given for the play. So this I that you have has no reality of its own. It is because of the energy, the Kundalini Shakti, through a form, Rup. And of course, we give the form different names. And Shiva is saying, look at you. Within you is Kundalini Shakti, Pindam Kundalini Shakti. Within you is the Hamsa, the movement of the breath. The Padam, Hamsa Mudahirtam. Hamsa, that's what keeps you alive, the breath. Hamsa. And I said to you that it begins with Hamsa because you think of your ego as you, Hamsa. And the sa is the outside the universe. So when the Guru initiates you, the Guru is saying, look at it differently. The divine is within you. Say so. Saham. Soham. So say so. The Guru initiates you in Soham sadhana. Say so. Because you're breathing into the God within. And you're breathing out to the universe. The hum, the I. You are not the I. You're breathing out to the I. So it switches the Soham mantra, the Guru. An initiation switches the awareness. From Hamsa to Soham. That is the secret of Soham mantra. God and I are one. So we have been given this ego awareness for play, but all of us get caught up in the ego awareness, thinking it's me. Yeah. So you get a university diploma, you get a college degree, wow. You get a PhD, You build the I, and that's what we are taught in the world, to build the I, the ego, the self-esteem, to our detriment, to self-righteousness. And then those who think that they're too wise, they're more self-righteous, they have more knowledge, they have more power from accumulating property and the rest. It's a whole lot of things that build the ego. And then the rise and fall. cyclic existence, like the Yugas. All the great civilizations of the past, they rose and they fell. Your body has the beauty of youthfulness, and then it deteriorates. The cycles of life. So you rise, the ego rises, but the ego has to fall. Because it's not the reality. Ego is held in the cycle. But you are not held in the cycle. That which is you, and the Vedas declare very specifically in the Mahavakyas, the great sayings of the Vedas. Tat Tvamasi. Who are you? That. Why does it say he or she or what? It doesn't say anything. It says that. Tat Tvamasi. That thou art. You cannot describe that. There's no description. It's beyond description. Has no name, has no form, has no attribute. All the attributes are energetic. So the ultimate, Tatomasi. And it's the Mahavakyas, the other Mahavakya, one of them, is Aham Brahmasmi, that my I is operating in the divine. It's nothing but the divine operating through a form. Aham Brahmasmi. So the Guru initiates you in Aham Brahmasmi. So the whole idea of sadhana is to follow the antakarana of the ahankar. Follow that inner instrument. Follow it because it is what marks the journey. And in the spiritual cycle, the ego rises and falls. So it comes from the lower area, it creates all of this physical might. It comes to the heart, it creates emotional dramas. But that's not the end of the game. To acquire physical potency, when Kundalini is awakened, and to acquire the love of the heart, because the ego gets caught up in the emotions and then manipulates with the emotions when it gets a little more intelligence. I wouldn't say wisdom, intelligence. You see it all the time. The dominance with the physical ego, the dominance with the emotional ego, and the mental ego is the worst culprit. He who thinks he knows not. The scriptures declare. He who thinks he knows not. He who knows I'm saying the he word again. That one who think they know, knows not. That one who knows that they know not, truly knows. That's where the ego has to go through its churning. So on the mental plane, a reformation of the ego, a big reformation of the ego has to happen. Along the Bindu path. The ego is going to slowly go through a transition. And that transition is magical. Because that's how I was cocooned for 40 days by this energy in a marvelous play to protect the ego. Because it started by me being very impatient. I shouted at people. I became very aggressive with this kind of energy of the head. So she had to cocoon me. And she was very strict with me. In a marvelous play. I couldn't budge. Although I thought I was humble, but all of these things started to come up in me. Impatience, stressful energies in the head. But she cocooned me for transformation in the inside. I surrendered. Because I couldn't be the boss of that inner space. I could work with her in the heart. I could work with her in the gut. But when it came to this mental space, I just had to surrender. I couldn't budge. And she was forceful with me. She defined everything that I should do in the sadhana. And what was the transition? How did the ego go through the transition of losing its potency and gaining another kind of awareness? Through the witness. Through the witness. With every day that went by, I found that my witnessing power became different. All I did was I took the template of the master and I held myself in that template. In the awareness that I am the master. But I embodied the master that I knew. The one who I felt. The one who awakened my energy. The one who I felt that connection to. I just embodied the master and I stayed there. That's what she told me to do. And the more I imprinted the master's presence and energy within me, the more I felt her. She guided me on the inside of it. Every day that went by, this consciousness started to shift to a deeper and deeper level. A deeper and deeper level. And so did the Bindu point. And the witnessing became deeper and deeper, and I started to see the whole play differently. And finally, on day 40, in all this restlessness within my being, the ego was just so much like a burden. From my heart, the consciousness of the lower area was like gone. There, but not featuring. From my heart, my throat, and my brow. Intense energy. I just wanted to shrug this thing off every day, and it became more and more intense. And when I got impatient with it, I just wanted to break free. A tower clock came in my dream vision. So I knew that I couldn't do anything but allow it to happen. And then finally, on the 40th day, this energy went straight to my crown, and the burden of the ego was lifted. The ego had no power of its own. It was empowered by a different dimension of existence that was boundless, no end. So when I tried to embody the Guru's presence within me, it wasn't working. It just wanted to be in that awareness of I am. I couldn't see anything beyond that. The consciousness didn't want to see anything. For months, for a long time, I couldn't do sadhana anymore. Nobody was inside to do sadhana. Everybody who was connected to me in that 40-day period, I said, go back and do what your normal activities. I just freed everybody. The play was finished, that level of the play. It took me 10 years to restart the organization, to restart this. But that's a story by itself. Because during the 10 years, I felt the feeling to master the outer space that I always loved. I loved activity, I loved service. So I spent the next 10 years in that kind of activity, mastering the outer world. But that's a story by itself. So the ego undergoes a magical transition of merging in the self. But my journey is not your journey in terms of individuality. Your journey might be a little different. All masters' journeys are different, simply for their teaching experience. what they need to come and teach, what role they have in the world. But you will have your unique experience. Sri Raman Maharishi just thought that he was going to die, and he lay down to die. But instead, a whole new consciousness came. Another shoemaker just looking through the crease in the door, and the light, and suddenly the consciousness started to change into a more cosmic consciousness. So the experience can be many. Yours can be many, so don't try to imitate me. But I'm telling you what will happen in the journey, how the ego will change, and how important it is to listen to Kundalini within you. She drove me through the whole journey. She took care of me, she guided me, she nourished me. So all you need to do is follow Kundalini so that she can guide you through your own journey, through all the pitfalls, through all the obstacles, and free your ego in her. So I try to guide you along your unique path. And I always tell you, don't listen to the instruction I'm giving to another, because that may not be the instruction for you. Listen to the instructions I've given to you, because your unique path comes before my view. And I try to guide you along that path. So this is it, 38. 2 more days, 2 more glorious days. But I hold you in blessings and best wishes for your own journey, because it's colorful. Whichever journey it is, it's beautiful. Your journey is beautiful. Mine has its own features, but beautiful, because she took care of me at every turn. She will take care of you. My guru took 9 years in his sadhana, but the amount of experiences he had become very valuable to me in guiding others, because I saw the rigorous sadhana he did and all the visions he had. So they helped me to guide others who are on the same path. And the teachers who really inspired me when I was seeking were Raman Maharishi for his holding on to who am I, Paramahamsa Yogananda for his beautiful scientific way of energy, Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna, and that group, they inspired me greatly. And the poet, Khalil Gibran, his words were like music to my ear. They greatly inspired me during the seeking years. And the support of the Self-Realization Fellowship of Yogananda. I used to go on Sundays to their programs and just sit for the peace that they exuded. So I'm grateful for, and of course, Jiddu Krishnamurti had a great influence on me. Because in the early days when I was seeking, when I was 20, I used to visit the library just to look for all the spiritual books. And I devoured that which made a difference or an impact to me. But I've said enough. Let me wish you a marvelous day, everyone. Sorry for keeping you back a few minutes extra. But it's day 38. Let me wish you a beautiful day. We have 2 more days, and I look forward to each one of them. May you be blessed in your self-discipline. We are all meant for greatness. We are all meant to experience the greatness of the infinite within us. Stay on the path. Namaskar, everyone.